It's been a while since you've been here.
It has been a while. It has been a while, and the weather is exactly the same as when I left.
Okay.
You've cycled through many seasons, but
yes,
it's exactly
we've had
the
many
same.
seasons.
Yes.
I remember doing a show downtown with you in the window of a Higby store one time.
We did one time.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That goes way back.
Didn't you make me take my clothes off?
I did make
Dave, they need a mannequin.
They needed a mannequin.
Yeah.
That was part of it.
Yeah.
I don't remember you resisting a whole lot though.
Well,
I think you made the suggestion. He willingly.
Oh yeah, he went along with it. No, he had the body for it.
It was a cold day, and my genitalia looked clear.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. You
Clear.
could see right through it.
I've heard shrunk, but I've never heard clear before.
Clear. I'm going with clear.
Wow, I'd stick with that one too.
How are you handling the? Because I know you're a big hockey fan, right?
I am.
So
This
yeah.
must be
Tough
I think
on
you
you.
have a black wristband or something.
Yeah, I do.
Morning, you're a Red Wings fan. Big Red
I
Wings
am.
fan.
Yes, I know. It's well, the billionaires just can't seem to talk to the millionaires.
Yeah,
that's
right.
the problem. That's today's sports, though, isn't it?
I read the beer sales are way down because of it.
Beer sales.
No, it's really. That's because so many people would drink it. You know.
Like what, Molson?
Yeah. Beers are down, guts are down, pants are down.
Yeah.
Life is good, isn't it? Beer, pants, and all right. You're from Detroit. I'm a big fan of the Red Wings in Detroit.
I am.
You're a Michigan kid and all that.
I am. Yes, I'm actually the honorary captain of the Detroit Red Wings.
Are you really?
Yeah, and they were foolish enough to make me an official alumni member.
Have you ever played hockey?
I do. I still skate on Sunday, and now it's but I skate with the knuckleheads on Sunday morning. It's all about the beer. In fact, I can go and skate for 2 hours and come home fatter than when I left.
How's that possible?
Well, it's because you sit there and you drink beer for hours on end. Remember when I scored that goal in Winnipeg? Oh, those were the days, weren't they?
If you could have been a hockey player professionally or a stand-up success and entertainer as you are, which would you choose?
I would have been funnier as a hockey player.
You would have been funnier.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
But if you were good at both of them,
well, my career would be long over.
Yeah,
as a hockey player.
That's a good point.
But and a lot less wear and tear. There's never, I don't think I've ever been hit in the nards on stage.
I hope not. I'd hope not.
I've never.
The nards.
The nards.
All right.
But I do wear a cup sometimes. I remember
glad.
the old days here in Cleveland at the old Cleveland Comedy
You needed
Club.
a cup.
You did need.
I think Jimmy needed it a couple times.
Yes,
that was tough. Tough going down there.
That was tough. Yeah. And I remember it was so smoky. It was like being in a cigarette bong.
Yeah.
It was like working in a giant cigarette
The worst part of that club was going up to get on stage. That ladder in the back that you had to go up.
Oh, it was awful.
And it was like a death trap back there.
It was, and it was a slaughterhouse. It was like
right.
And it smelled downstairs. Yeah. And I remember one of the guys coming over because there were always like shady guys around. They go, "Yeah, it stinks down here because that's where all the blood and guts used to drain."
Yeah.
Oh God.
And I was like, "Okay, I gotta go do a set.
Yeah.
Get my cup on, and I gotta go."
Yeah. Well, it was a great place to start.
Those were good times.
We had so many great comics came out of that club over the years. So many people that started their shows there.
And back then, anybody could pop in and out. I remember Rich Jenny opened for me one time. Dennis Miller. It was like these guys who became superstars. Yeah, I'm opening this week.
I think Seinfeld started out and opened for me once he came in. I was like one of the few sets. Jimmy did a lot. That's where I found his ass, was on stage at the comedy club and invited him to come on the radio show.
And now it's been a love story.
Date that lived in infamy.
Yeah. I think I was with Kipadonna that night. Not
Kipadonna. Kipadonna. I remember one time I said, "Do you think Kip drives around L.A. with a convertible so more agents will see him?"
Man.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a bit surprised. It was a who's who lineup of the people who became stars. No doubt about it.
Yeah, and Drew Carey, Cleveland guy, came from here.
Oh, of course.
Johnny
him just working out. Yeah.
A lot of great people out there. Well, you're back anyway. Everything's been. This is a guy you know from Full House, Joey Gladstone, right?
Yes.
From Full House for so many years. It went here. It went all over the world. You couldn't probably go anywhere for a while because that wasn't on TV.
Well, that was for a different reason, John.
Okay. We won't talk about that.
The show has had this huge rebirth on Nick at Night now. It's on all the time, and we've never been off the air in 25 years. In fact, we just had our Full House 25-year reunion. We all got together at Jeff Franklin's house, who created the show. And it was a blast. It was just fun to see everybody.
I'll bet.
Because I think back in the days where I knew Saget before Full House, and then I actually slept on his couch when we were just comics, And then we end up on Full House together, and what do? They make me sleep in an alcove in his living room.
Like real life.
Art imitating life.
Very much like real life.
Yeah, and I said, I can't get off the couch.
Sega was interesting because a lot of people would go see him not realizing Bob, because they'd seen him on Full House and all of that, and then they go see him in person and go, "Oh my God, did you hear the things he says?"
Yeah, Bob
I mean,
is.
That's a very blue show.
Yeah, Bob is my filthy Jewish sister. He is. Bob used to. Here's a story. Bob used to, for a couple of years on Full House, you know, he had to play the straight father character.
Right.
Here he was, this, you know, brilliant comedian. And so he had to say all the straight lines, and the violin music would swell in the background, and Bob would have to, you know, give the little fable of our Full House story that week. And so he was, I don't want to say he was angry, he was frustrated.
How bad?
So one day he comes into my room, in my dressing room, and I'm sitting there, and he's got an 8x10 of his face. And he goes, "Do you see this?" And I go, "Yeah." And he shuts the door. He pulls his pants down. He wiped his butt with his own 8x10.
Wow.
He goes, "That's what I think." And walked out. And I was like,
I'm so glad
Now,
I
you know they brought in some.
kidding me?
They probably brought in some little kid with a disease. Goes,
Yeah.
"Can you give him an autograph photo?"
That 8x10
Here's
sold
all I
on
got.
eBay last week for $20,000. You know it.
Hey, this thing
Not a
stinks.
doubt. Oh yeah.
What's that mustache he has?
What a wild time. But what a great show. I mean, it was a long-running, successful series.
Yeah, it was really fun, and it just keeps regenerating this fan base that's incredible.
Yeah.
And you know, I'll do the clubs and theaters and things, and people who, you know, say, "My mom and dad used to watch your show."
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, we really are that generation now.
Oh, you are, and you don't look a day older than all that.
Well, thank you.
And you did a lot of shows after that. You did America's Funniest People or videos or...
Yeah, World's Funniest Videos on
All of
ABC, and then I hosted America's Most Talented Kids, and you know, it's you know, it's funny because people go, "Well, aren't you going to do another Full House?" And I'm like, "Well, they don't give them out on Sunset and Bryant." Hey, listen, you know what? We've got a series for you.
Absolutely. And you did Animal Planet, too.
I did. I had a show.
What was it, Animal something?
It's called Animal Kidding.
Animal,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we did. I think we did like 65 or 75 episodes.
That would be fun.
We got all these awards for doing that show, and Animal Planet hated us.
Really?
Yeah, because it wasn't like, you know, cops rescuing dogs. You know, we were like, let's have some fun with kids and animals.
Yes.
It's W.C. Fields' worst nightmare show.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, that was a fun show anyway. WMJI Magic 105.7. Dave Coulier, 2 nights, just tonight and tomorrow night you're in town, right?
Yep.
And
lots of new stuff, lots of new material, working on a whole new
lots of new characters.
New characters, yeah. Well, you know, we just had the elections, and I know it's kind of a moot point now, you know, but next time I think we should just elect Chris Rock like they did in Head of State. Remember that movie? They just appointed him president.
That's right, 'cause I want to be in the White House. And the trick to doing a Chris Rock impression is never ever touch your lips together. Kind of like ventriloquist, but you got to put your lips together when you say ventriloquist. And you're sitting here thinking, what's a white guy doing a Chris Rock impression for? Well, maybe I'm just another brother of another mother. That's it. Vote for me.
One of the funniest routines I heard around this time was Chris Rock when he did a thing about Obama was really white. And he did a whole routine
brilliant.
about it.
Brilliant.
It was absolutely hilarious.
He's the whitest president we've ever
Right.
had. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah.
Very funny
I'm
bit.
a big Chris Rock fan.
All right, WMJI, we'll continue. Dave Coulier is here from Hilarities tonight and tomorrow night, so if you get a chance, go see him. It's one of the great shows. We'll have to talk about your first impression.
Well, let's do that.
You remember it? Your very first when you started comedy.
Yes.
The principal?
Yes.
All right.
Red Vachon.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.